Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm going to show you here the simple input and output to the Visual C#. So let us look at some of the options to output our results. One of them is MessageBox. And we can trigger this using button. I'm going to show you the button. So let us create now new application. We open Visual Logic. This is the first start page. We can just remove it and go to File, select a new project. Then we select Windows Form Application. Give it a name like Tutorial. And then click OK. Now we have our application, which consists of a form. It's called Form 1 at the moment, and these are files created to me. We have here the toolbox where we can select our controls from here. So this is the button which I refer to here. It's called button. So this is the button. Let us create a button. To create a button, you can click on this button and then drag it into the form. It is button here. You can change the size as you like, and you can change the name of it from the properties. If you see here, it's called button 1 because I'm selecting button 1. If I click here, then show form 1 because I'm clicking on the form. So I want to change the button 1. Then you have to be sure button 1 is here, and then we go to the text. I will change the text from button 1 to click me. Then if you see here, the click me appeared here. Now this is a complete program. Now you can run it. To run it, just click on here and you will see the output showing here, which is here. Just click me. If you click on it, it's nothing happen here. So what we need to do is to program it. How to program it? Double click on the button. Then you are inside the code of the button. Be sure it is button click, which is button 1. The name of it, it's button 1. Although it's showing the text is click me, but there is no relation between the text and the name of the button. So still it is called button 1 as name. Now, to display using MessageBox, I will just put MBox, MB. As you see here, this will show me MBox, which is not the command, but this is the short for the MessageBox. So if I click tab from the keyboard, the MBox appeared here. Another tab, this is the message here. So we need to put text inside here. Let me say hello, and that's it. So if I want to go to the design, we can go to the design here, or we can stay here, doesn't matter. Let us run it now. If I run it, we will get this as a form. When I click on the click me, we have hello. Another one, hello. Another click, hello, and so on. Then we close this one. We go to the design. Let us have something useful. So we covered the button here. We covered the message box. Then I'm going to cover a new concept, which is the text box. Text box. Let us see where is the text box. It should be here. If you go to alphabetically here, text box here. So you can drag and put the text box here. You can change the size if you wish. What's the text box? Is a way to enter information here. So you can enter a value and you can interrogate or get the value from the code. Okay, Let us see what's the name of this text box first. The name is TxtBox 1. This is by default. Let me change the name for this. So be sure it is selected, and then we go up to the name and change the text box to, usually we have a convention for any text box we started with txt, any button would be btn, and so on. We will go over it when we use each one. So here, text box, I'm going to call it txt input, because I'm going to input any name, in fact, you can use. And usually, why we didn't name the button here, it's still button 1, because I'm not going to refer to it. So usually, if I need the control to be referred to, then it would be better to change the name. So the name now is TxtBox, text input. Now, let us do something in the code. When I double click here on the click me, I go to the code here, where the message here. Now the message, I'm not going to make the message just to say hello. I want to say hello and the contents of the text box. The text box. So plus the name of the text box is TxtBox, or TXT input. You see it is appeared here. Tap. But this is not enough, because this is the name of the control. We need the contents of it. So the contents of it, it's called text property of the text input control. How to get this? We click on the full stop or dot, and that dot will show me all the properties of the text box, similar to the properties we have seen to the right in this area, you see. So one of them is called text. If I click on T, E, the text appear here. You can click on the text or tap, doesn't matter. I'll double click on it. So this is the text. What happened now? When I click on the button, it will go to this area of the code, and it will print to me hello, plus the contents of the text and the TXT input control. Okay, let us see what happened here. Okay, I'm going to show you here. See, this is the TXT input. In fact, you see, it has the text at the moment is empty. Okay, so that's what we are going to enter here, and this is a property of the text. So usually, if you want to refer to it through the program, it is the name of a TXT input dot text. This is what is the contents here. Let us run it and see what happened. So we run it here. We got, here is the text box. Let me say, example, say Ahmed. So when I click here, we will see hello Ahmed here. If I change it to Abdullah, then it would be hello Abdullah. See, very easy to do. Usually we have another control called label. The label is just to show something. It's not to enter value, just to show something. So I need a label here. A label. This is the label. I'm bringing the label here and say, for example, here, you see, I want to change the contents of the label 1. So I go to the text, I say, here, I change it to, it's called label 1. I'm going to say, instead of that, enter your name. Okay. So just I arrange it here. It will be nice to have enter your name, and then you can make this. Okay, make it here, then let me run it. See, enter your name. For example, Sami. Then click hello Sami. Okay, so this is very easy. we can use the label for the output. So I'm going to create another label here. Another label. And then I'm going to make it bigger here. A big label, or sort of the size here. There is auto size. This is the size here. But there is another one which is called auto size. Auto size is true now, which is automatically would be determined by the text inside the label. But now I don't want it to be just bounded by the text, so let me make it false. Sorry, we go back to it. It's here. You click on this arrow and you make it false. This false make that one bigger. You can make it as big as you want. Then I don't want this text to appear, which is label 2. So let me go here and remove this text. Just delete it. Now it's nothing here. You can change the color and change the size or whatever. Let me change the name now. It's called label 2. So I'm going to change the name to LBL. This is what's the convention. LBL output. Okay, so this is just because I want to refer to it later. Okay, now let me change the size of the text which appear here. See, here is font. You can click on the font and you see all these, or you click on these dots and you will get the dialogue. And I want to make it bold. I want to make it 14 and say whatever type. Let me have it usually Georgia. Okay, so that will be appear as Georgia here. Now what else? I want to change the color of this. So the color, there are two colors, which is background color and foreground color. The background is, it's called back color here. You click on the arrow and then you have system, web and custom. From the custom, maybe if I'm going to select this color. Okay. The background of the form, you can change it as well, which is the back color to say, make it this color. Okay. And everyone you can change the color of it. Now what about the text? If you want to change the color of the text, it's not the background. In this case you go to the fore color. It's for the text, it's fore color. The fore color here, maybe I'm going to make it something like red. Let me put it red. You see it is going as red. So you can change the fore color and back color for any of these. Now what happened if I run it? If I run it, nothing happens. Still we have the same thing, which is same issue. You put any name and then when you click it you get hello SSS. Okay, but let us have I want to this message appear here, not in the message box, so in the label. So what we do, we go to the click and I don't want this message. Then I want to say the label, I want to put the value in the label. So LBL output, this is the one because we name it this LBL output dot text, because I want to put in its text, equal to whatever you say, hello or whatever, or welcome, or even you don't have this, plus then I want to get the result, the value from where? From the text box, which is txt input, as you know, dot text. That means whatever text, whatever you enter, it will be added to welcome and appear in the label. Let us check it. Run. Say Ali. Click. See welcome Ali here. Okay. I want to just cosmetic thing, which is I want to this name just deleted when I click the button. After I click the button and the message appear, then it would be deleted from here. So how to delete it? As easy as after this is displayed, we can say we want from the txt input dot text equal to, just make it empty, two quotations with empty value. Run it, and then whatever you enter, click, you will get welcome, and now it is. But now you cannot enter another name here until you click here and then you enter another name. Okay, so what I want the cursor to go into this place when it is clicked and this is displayed. How to do this? It's very simple. We go to say txt input dot focus. There is a method here. This is not property. You see, if the shape is like a box, this is a method. You see, it is used like this. We have see, we have two brackets here. Okay, but if you have this like finger pointing, this is a property like the text, so you don't need to put the brackets. So here focus, just click here and put the two things because it's method, and that's it. Now let us check it. AAA, hello AAA, and you see the cursor now here. Directly I'm going to write another name and so on. So if you don't want the hello, it's very easy. You sorry, the welcome, you remove that and put here, or you can add here something if you want to add text as well. So now run it and you say Muhammad, and then click here. You see Muhammad without hello because I removed the hello, and that's it. This is very simple and easy application. So we covered in this application, we covered the message box, which would appear when we click something on. We use mbox or message box, and we use the button here. This is the button, and we use the text box. This is the text box here, and we use the label. We have label here and we have label here, and of course we format the text, and we cover the color, two types of color, back color for the background of any control. You use stop on the control selected and then change the back color, and then for color if you want to change the text of the color. One last thing maybe we can put it here was the form 1. Let me call it application 1. So how to do this? We go here and select the form now, and we go to the text here. It's called form 1, and we call it application or app 1. See, it's called app 1. So when you run it, it'll be app 1. Thank you very much for listening to this part of the tutorial.